one is more for education purpose.
Not because you're selling.
I said education means not selling.
It's meant for AI, right? For
All your AI, what?
not we haven't classified it yet.
Huh? Because yours is doing stocks. Stocks actually,
It's almost the same.
my son also can do. He definitely not AI. Negative equity some more. But he also can do stock. He owe me money. Owe me money. Actually, most of my recommendation is mainly not for AI. Most of them. Maybe funds name is for AI, but majority is not. Happen that a lot of good products no need to be high net worth to buy, right? So that's the beauty, right? So not to worry. For those who are listening to recording and you find that your net worth is not much, don't worry. You have access to majority of the very good investment. Okay, so this one is for high net worth, but many of you I know have been approached because you have reached the net worth where you do qualify to buy. So that's why I will talk about this. Right? And for those who are not there yet, you will eventually, because the classification of high net worth or educated investor is threshold is quite low now. You either earn 300K a year or 1 million of investable asset. Investable asset means unit trust, stocks, and cash. As long as this combined together have 1 million, you're considered accredited investor or high net worth in layman terms. So the threshold is getting lower and lower. This figure has not changed for a long time, but inflation is so high now that getting into this threshold is not too far. It's not too far-fetched anymore. In fact, I have clients who, on the first year of graduation, they AI already. Okay, you're amazed, right? They got a good job, they got a good degree, and wow, like, how come first year already AI already? Wow, it's like, then okay. So this is just for education purpose. So what is equity linked notes? Basically, they are very popular among private banks. Actually, our company also can do this, but I have not been doing this. The unique selling point that's often promoted are that say if you want to buy a stock, Nvidia for example, but the price is already very high, so you can't buy. You want to wait for the price to drop to buy, right? So as you wait, the equity linked notes will pay you a coupon just for waiting, only, right? Coupon can be 10-20% depending on how volatile the stock that you're watching. Okay, so good. As you wait, you get paid. Good, right? Who don't want? Huh? I'm sure all want, right? Just for waiting, you are paid already. And then if the share don't change, end of waiting period and it doesn't change, you still get your coupon. You still get your 10 or 20% payout. Good, right? Like price don't change, it means you don't buy the stock, but you still get paid. But if the share appreciate, you'll not buy the stock because it's too high anyway. You will not buy, but you still get paid. Wow! Wow, you still get paid If you're not going to buy the stock because it continues to go up, but you still get paid. Now, if the price fall, right, okay, you have to buy, but you buy at a cheaper price when it fall. So that means you can buy low, right, and you still get paid. Wow, win-win. That means you can eat it all, everything. Good or not? That's why this sell like hotcake. Okay, it sell really like hotcake, in a private bank. But if Wilfred Ling is not selling it, right, that means, and if I'm not buying it, right, my previous banker in Standard Chartered, he's only trained in this. Oh, I told you before, lousy guy. Every day promoting equity, send me PDF, send. Then that time, before the interest rate went out, right, before COVID, I asked him about loan. I said, hey, you have any leverage or not? I'm interested. I'm a private bank customer. I want to leverage my investment because interest rate so low. Then the guy, he don't do loan, he only do this. So irritating, he not even want to refer me to his colleague also. So in a bank, they are like enemies. They don't help each other because the commission goes to the other guy. Wow.
Change flow. Alright.
So Wilfred is like selling put option.
It's definitely derivative. It's definitely there are option writing involved. There is. Okay. So yeah, again. So I always get promoted by this. But a new RM, the guy quit here. Then the new one started promoting variable company. So BC. So BC is also for high net worth invest in exotic. But when I look at the so-called exotic, it looks quite normal. It's like a fun, which I also can do. Later she resigned already. Just 6 months only. Then the new one, I don't know what she's doing. Terrible, private banking.
RM always changing.
So lousy, Yeah. So change is okay, but the way they are trained is so lousy. They don't know anything other than what they are trained. So this one is popular because it's very acceptable to investors. Very acceptable. You don't be So let's see how it works, right? So basically, you have this underlying, which is a stock or ETF or whatever you are watching, and then you have an upper barrier and a lower barrier. Okay, upper barrier is called knockout, and the lower barrier is knock-in. So upper and lower. So there are 3 scenarios, right? The stock can be sideways, appreciate, depreciate. So under this sideways, right, as long as that by end of the as long as it stays within this barrier, okay, then by end of the waiting period, there's always a tenure, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, 3 months. Not if that will stay within, then you will get your principal back and as well as the coupon promised to you. Okay, appreciate. So if you appreciate and exceed the barrier, the upper barrier, the contract ends immediately, no more waiting, and then you get your principal and also prorated coupons that promised to you. So you still get paid. Okay. And which you think is a good deal because you're not going to buy the stock anyway since it has gone up so high. Now, let's say it depreciate, it decline, right? You broke the lower barrier, so you have to wait until the whole period ends, but you get all your coupon promised to you, and you buy at a lower price at strike level. This strike level is the key. What is this strike level? Strike level is the price which calculates how many shares you're going to receive. And the number of shares you're going to receive, the price which is used is not necessarily the lower barrier. It's not the knock-in. Okay? Give you an example. Let's say NVIDIA and Tesla, so you can have more than one security inside. So the coupon 20%, 6-month tenor, upper barrier 100%. 100% means 100%. That means 100% of the original price at the starting, at the beginning.
Double.
Not double, it's zero return. Zero return. Okay. And then you have a lower barrier, which is the knock-in, 70%, lower is 70. And then you have a strike level, which is somewhere in between. Okay, so if it's sideways, okay, you get your principal and 20% coupon at end of 12 months, fine. But if it exceeded the barrier at the observation date, because there's a certain fixed date, usually it's monthly. So as an observation date, if both NVIDIA and Tesla exceed the 100%, then the contract ends, you get your principal and also the coupon prorated. Okay, not 20% but prorated. On the 6 months, then you get half of 20%. Let's say you have either NVIDIA or Tesla fall below the lower barrier on expiry, right? Then you still receive your 20%, but you get the shares of the worst performing one based on the strike price. Okay, so this is the kick. So how does it work in real life is that so what is suitable is when a bullish yen, so under what scenario is yen suitable is, not suitable is if you're bullish, because you're bullish, right, your upside is capped. So you don't want to do it. It's just better to just buy direct. If you're bearish, then yen is not suitable because there's no downside protection. Right? So it's better that you avoid buying the stock, or you can short the stock if you want. Okay. Now, if you think your stock is going to be sideways, then yen is quite suitable because if you buy the stock in sideways, you get no return from doing it. So if you better do this, you get some return, right? And return usually is quite high. So sideways quite suitable. But the chance is, what is the chance going sideways? Seldom, like 6 months or 1 year. Seldom. Stock price so much. You all do stock, right? First time you do a heart attack, right? Then after that, numb already. Because you bo pian. Because first.
Waste time also.
Yeah, so.
You get home service.
Yes. So, seldom you have sideways. Okay. If you want to do sideways, myself do bonds. Right? Bonds, short duration, more hardly move, but then your coupon very low. no point. So nobody will do short
This
duration.
is the same as structured notes, the banks.
Yeah, the structured notes, technical name is equity notes, and there are many different types. I only talk about the one that I can understand, which is easy.
So are all mine are sideways or?
Huh? Oh, you also do this, ah? Oh.
Pretty good. I mean, the coupon is low now. Very low.
Oh, because it's low volatile.
Adoption.
Yeah,
Strike
low volatile.
price.
Because yours is low volatile, that's why the coupon
I
is
only
low.
choose the ones that I really want to get at the end if I do get a.
Okay, so I give you a real life example of a client whose stock price fall below the barrier. So this is a real life example. So this individual, he came to me in 2016, right? Okay, this is recorded, so I can't tell you the real story. After this, after off the recording, then I tell you the history, the family history, right? So I just tell you what he bought. Okay? So he approached me, and then he said he bought this ELN. So this is how it works, right? He with the bank, so he bought $500,000 USD, and the underlying is Lenovo, which is listed in Hong Kong. Coupon 20%. Upper barrel knockout is 100%, KI is 70, strike 85, 10 and 12 months. Okay? Okay, like this, okay, like this, So he was told like this by a bank, if it goes above 100%, he get 20% prorated. Good. If share price stay within barrier, he get 20%. Good. If share price below, you get 20% and he buy at a lower price. Good. Like this story, the bank always sell this. And if you get the share price at a lower price, you just need to wait for it to recover. Okay? Because anyway, he wants to buy the share anyway. Right? You have the cake, so this is what happened. This is what happened. Okay. At end of 12 months, right, he lost 43%. And then because the bank said, you buy a cheaper price, wait lah. You see this curve here? It continue to go down. So when he saw me, he lost 60%. Now after taking coupon of 20%, right, he lost about 40 plus. Okay, 500,000 become about 250, 260, right? Within 12 months. Okay, so 12 months. So because the share price fell, it actually broke the lower barrier. But the price, the shares that you get, the number of shares you get is based on the strike, which is here. So that's why it's 43%. So you may say, this RM lousy lah, recommend rubbish. Actually not true, I pity the RM because I'm sure the RM did a lot of due diligence. For this kind of notes, right, you need to do technical analysis. That means you need to be able to predict the trend of the stock. Okay. Now to get the 20%, you hope that you'll be sideways or appreciate. Okay, you don't want a bearish trend. So when I look at the chart, right, before it was purchased, right, it was a bullish trend. Lenovo was going up, and it was within this channel, very nice channel for those who do technical analysis. Wow, really good. And then the KO and KI, right, is here. That means even in a worst scenario, right, because there's a support level here, it's unlikely that this stock is going to, because there's a support level, so there's likelihood the stock has upside, it has a downside protection, okay, by looking at the trend. But anyway, the KI is below the support level, so there's already a margin of safety. So there's good chance that when end of period, right, the stock is not going to fall to the KI. Quite likely, but it fell. Right, because so you may say, so you can't say that RM is stupid. No, very clever. Now the problem with this is nothing to do with the technique, has everything to do with the ELN. You see, ELN requires a good technical analysis to predict where the price is going to be. But problem is this: when you do technical analysis, right, there's this thing called cut loss. You must know when to cut loss. Here says that the time to cut loss is when it broke the support level. But ELN don't allow you to cut loss. Because once it broke the support level, which is KI in this case, you have to wait until the end period. You have to wait. And then if you out here you try to terminate your EM cannot, there will be penalty. So if you do TA, you must cut loss when time to cut loss. But EM don't allow you to cut loss. Okay. Number two problem is, the number two problem is this. Once it comes to here and you suffer so much, right? You thought you buy a cheap level, but actually firstly you didn't buy very cheap. You buy 85%. Okay, so it wasn't cheap. Number two, if you are doing technical analysis, you are buying an extremely expensive price because it already broke the support level. So from a TA perspective, it's the most stupid price to pay. Okay, this is number two. But those people who say that, hey, wait for it to recover, lor. Actually, it's not using TA, it's using fundamentals. That means you believe the fair value is quite high, so that's why you wait for it to recover. But how do you know what is the fair value? The fair value, you have to be calculated, man. You don't know what's the fair value. Okay? So whether are you using technical analysis or fundamental analysis, ELN has no place in your investment at all. Don't have, because there's only two ways to invest in stocks. Right? Technical analysis or fundamental. You don't want to mix both. This ELN don't allow you to use both at all. In any case, the tenor is only 12 months. So too short for TA. Okay, too short. So in conclusion is not suitable when bullish, not suitable when for sideways because it seldom goes sideways, not suitable when you're bearish. Okay, not suitable if you're using technical analysis because you can't cut loss. Not suitable using fundamental analysis because tenor too short. Not suitable if you tend to hope to hold the share because you buy it at an expensive price under TA, but for FA it is unknown fair price. Suitable if you want to gamble, yes. Right? You want to gamble, okay, but there are more exciting ways to gamble. It's called the Las Vegas. Or nearby, can already, right? You can buy it. Or maybe MBS, Genting. I heard those people who gamble at Genting, the cruise, they get free, FOC one. So I don't gamble in the cruise, but I see old people always, no, this is press button. Okay? The 1M is press button. So they get free. So I think that one you get a free perk and then you can gamble. But this one, don't do it. Okay, it's really cannot gambling.